Have you ever tried to break a bad habit only to find yourself slipping back into it time and time again? Or maybe you've struggled to start a good habit, even though you know it's good for you. What if I told you that habits are the secret to unlocking a better life, and that understanding them could give you the power to change anything you want? In The Power of Habit, Charles Duhigg breaks down the science behind how habits are formed, why they're so powerful, and most importantly, how you can change them. Let's dive in. The habit loop. Every habit follows a three-step loop: cue, routine, reward. The cue is the trigger, the routine is the action, and the reward is what reinforces the behavior. Think about something as simple as checking your phone when you wake up. The cue is the sound of your alarm. The routine is grabbing your phone and scrolling through notifications. The reward, instant gratification, like seeing a text from a friend or catching up on the news. Over time, this loop becomes automatic. Your brain doesn't need to think about it, it's on autopilot. That's why habits can feel so effortless. The trick is, once you understand this loop, you can begin to control it. How habits form. Habits don't form overnight. They're the result of repeated actions that your brain associates with a reward. The more you repeat an action in response to a cue, the stronger the habit becomes. Your brain starts rewiring itself to make the action automatic, so you don't have to think about it. That's why bad habits like smoking or overeating can feel like they're in control of you. It's not about willpower, it's about how your brain has created deep neural pathways to make these actions automatic. And that's exactly why changing them is so hard. But don't worry, where there's a loop, there's always a way out. How to change a habit. You don't have to fight your habits head on. The secret isn't to try and remove the habit completely. It's to change the routine. Keep the cue and reward the same, but change the action in between. For example, if you want to stop snacking late at night, don't just tell yourself to stop. That never works. Instead, swap the routine. Replace chips with a healthier snack, or instead of snacking, drink water or tea. Your brain will still get the same reward satisfaction, but the routine is healthier. Change the routine, and the habit changes. Keystone habits. Some habits are like dominoes. Once you change one, others start to fall into place. These are keystone habits. For instance, exercise is a keystone habit. When you start working out regularly, not only does your fitness improve, but you might start eating better, sleeping better, and feeling more energized. One small change leads to a ripple effect of other positive changes. It's like planting a seed. When you nurture one area of your life, the benefits grow into other areas. Find your keystone habit and the rest will follow. The role of willpower. Willpower is like a muscle. It gets stronger the more you use it, but it can also get fatigued. Every decision you make requires willpower, so small decisions add up. The good news? Willpower itself is a habit, and the more you exercise it, the easier it gets. For example, if you can resist a sugary snack, that small victory strengthens your self-discipline for the next decision. But it's important to keep your willpower in check. It's a resource, so use it wisely. The power of belief. Belief is the foundation of all habit change. The people who succeed in changing their habits have one thing in common. They believe they can. Without this belief, no strategy will work. This belief doesn't just come from thinking positively, it comes from small wins, seeing evidence that change is possible. For example, if you're trying to quit smoking, you need to believe that you can quit. It's not enough to say it, you need to prove it to yourself. The more small wins you rack up, the stronger your belief becomes. And the stronger your belief, the more likely you are to succeed. Social influence on habits. Habits don't just come from within. They're shaped by the people around us. Duhigg explains how social influence can change the habits of entire groups. Whether it's your friends, family, or coworkers, the people around you have a huge impact on your behavior. Ever notice how you pick up habits from your friends even without realizing it? If you want to change a habit, surround yourself with people who encourage the behaviors you want to adopt. Join a gym with a friend. Start meal prepping with a colleague, or hang out with people who have habits that inspire you. Social groups can be a powerful tool for habit change. Real-life applications. The power of habit is not just a theory. It's something real companies and individuals are using to transform their lives. Take Starbucks, for example. They train their employees using habit science to build habits that enhance customer service and performance. Or look at Alcoholics Anonymous. Through the habit loop, they help people replace destructive habits with healthier, more empowering ones. Habits aren't just about personal change. They can shape businesses, improve relationships, and even create movements.